Hello, welcome back to the channel. I am Lady Nika, and with this week's episode of Growing Up Hip Hop. How y'all been doing around these parts? I know y'all been wondering where I've been, and I some of y'all have reached out to me, and I did tell you what was going on with me. But for those of y'all that didn't happen to know, child, I had to have my every 6 to 8 weeks date with being would be for those new people, because I know I got some new folks in. Hey y'all, welcome to the channel. But being is basically it's a medication called Benlysta, and what it does is it acts as a suppressant for lupus. It keeps me from flaring as often as I would if I was not on the medication. And when I get those infusions of that particular medicine, sometimes it's good, bitch. Sometimes I have a reaction and it's not so good. So, this past week I had it on a Wednesday, and I really didn't feel like shit afterwards. Then I started feeling like I was coming down with a cold again. So that's really where I've been. Now, I have been able to, push through and go make my real coin, and I've been able to push through and go to school because I'm paying for that shit. So, but I just didn't have that extra to be able to get on camera and be the best me I know how to be for you all. So, that's where I've been. I apologize, I've been off the radar, but my health comes first. If I don't take care of that, then y'all won't none of y'all be watching my ass, because I won't be here anymore. So that's where I've been this past week. Today I decided that I was feeling, since I was feeling a little bit better, I wanted to come down through and chop it up with y'all just a little bit. And y'all gonna get multiple me today, because I feel like pontificating today. So I'll be talking. But that's why I've been. As you can see, I still got some of the swollenness right here. Now, yeah, bitch, not, well, hold up, bitch. Now, I got a double chin. But, I mean, it ain't this goddamn big. But it is what it is. And here I am to give you the best that I can, honey. So that's why I've been. I'm sorry I've been gone. Yeah, for those of y'all who was looking for me. When I disappear, always understand that somehow, if it's not relating to my health, it's something related in my family. I will never not come down and fellowship with you all. But I felt like today was a good day to return, because I feel better. Plus, I felt y'all's spirit. It was heavy for me to come back down and through like where she at least say something. Well, here I am. And we're going to talk about Growing Up Hip Hop ATL. This is the second season, episode 3, Rack It Up. Okay, now we open back up. We at Deb house. If y'all remember last week, we was at Deb house with Gucci Mane brother Nate, and I think he's gonna probably be one of her up and coming artists. But Brandon had come over and he was telling her about how he planned to start his own record label. And of course, Deb is always gonna look out for him. She telling him, "Look, boy, this ain't gonna be what you think it's gonna be. It's gonna be a little bit more difficult." But see, Deb at that point where she realized now Brandon is the type of person that gotta learn the hard way. So although she telling him, be mindful that this ain't gonna be as easy as you think, and that your life will no longer be your own for quite some time, and that the pay is minimal at best in the beginning. If you want to do it, go ahead, make your next move your best move. So Jhonni Blaze had came over there, okay, and she explaining to Deb that she was having a problem being able to reach her notes, but with Brandon's help, because Brandon is her vocal coach, uh, with his help, it's gotten better. Her breathing is better, and she able to hit her notes and things like that. So Deb is like, well, it's time to move on to another phase. Now that you conquered that, the next phase we need to conquer is you being able to take charge of that stage. Be a huge presence on command your stage is what it is. And I'm sure she looking for Brandon to help out. And he ain't saying in that moment the shit that he said to us last week, where he wasn't gonna be helping her artists out no more because he got his own thing coming on. So that's what they gonna do that there. Plus, Brandon in his fields, because at her listening party, she was excited, and I'm sure it was an oversight that she didn't mention Brandon. It wasn't, charge it to her head, not her heart type of thing. But y'all know Brandon is sensitive sometimes, and he was upset that he got no recognition. So now that has fueled his fire to want to run his own business and have his own artist. So in this moment, that's why he being the way he is. Now, next scene takes us over to the studio, and Zonique is working in the studio. And I'm gonna tell y'all something. See, this is what I was saying. This girl know that she is the daughter of T.I. and Miss Tyner. She know that. She know a lot of things could be a whole lot easier for her. Things could be done for her that she don't have to do for herself. But see, what I admire by Zonique, she not just doing it because she knows she can do it. She can do it. She doing it because she truly wants to do it, and she want to learn. So she in there. She just dropped the EP, but she in there learning and working on another project right then. And I said, see, that's what I'm talking about. Reginae, find your niche, girl. Find what you good at and do it, honey. And I know what you do best can't be a little bitch all day. So that's the difference between Zonnie and Reginae. Now, I have to admit, I think Zonique had a stronger support system of adults. Toya was just a teenager, and that's not a read for her. She was a teenager, and as a former teen parent, my damn self, I know that can be difficult because a lot of times you just simply don't know. But I can't just give her a pass because at some point, Toya, you knew that your daughter was going to the left, and you could have brought her back, but you didn't because she was to call your daddy, and you wanted to keep that going. So, but you still should have disciplined her better and taught her better how to be in this world. Oh, anyway, now that I done said all this shit that was in my heart, let me go ahead on and tell y'all what's going on. She telling him about possibly going on the Great Escape tour, and she voiced her concerns to him as she did with Tiny. Her thing is, I'm new, I'm fresh. Y'all, it's gonna be it's gonna be Escape, it's gonna be Tamar, it's gonna be Monica. That's a totally different demographic of people that may not be able to feel my flavor. Yeah, them old school chicks. And Bow Wow was telling her, girl, no, baby, don't fuck it up. Don't fuck it up. Go head on and go on this tour because see, this is gonna be a learning experience for you. He told her, he said, I even went with NSYNC out on my first tour run. I opened for them, and I had the same concerns. Will my age of people be able to feel me on this stage with theirs? And he came to find out that it opened him up to a bigger audience. It prepared him to be one day headlining his own tour, which he did eventually several times and very successfully. And it also was a pay. So she said she gonna think about that little thing there, but he encouraging her to do it, and I like that because that's some good advice. And plus, we know she did do it anyway, and I'm sure that has helped her fan base a great deal going out on tour with such legends such as Escape, Monica, and up and coming legend if she stay in the game and stop with the bullshit, Tamar. You know what I'm saying? That was a good move for her. And overall, I'm quite sure she appreciate what her mama, her mama bringing her along like that. That's good. Now, girl sees that every opportunity you can to be on the stage with them, sees it, girl, sees it, on it. But anyway, then he speaks of the him going on the So Deaf tour and how it was good, and he was it was good that he reunited with his people, but the business side sucked. She knew what it was because everybody know that Bow Wow got upset that his monies wasn't coming the way it was supposed to or the way he was told it would be, and it's been this rift between him and JD because he plays it all out on the social media instead of keeping it in house. But she didn't really say nothing about that, right? Then she tells him that her and Reginae considering moving in together, and he not really for it no more than I am because it's one thing to grow up as friends and have sleepovers. Y'all adults, and Reginae don't strike me as a person who's willing to do much compromising, and she damn sure don't show no respect for others. However, he did say that he would support whatever decisions they decided to make, and him and her even joked about possibly him throwing them a housewarming party. So, girl, be wise in that decision that you make. I wouldn't miss my friendship up because I just see it as y'all gonna clash. Y'all two different type of chicks. Even though y'all able to hang out in a social setting together, and y'all may have grown up together, and yeah, I know she was in the little group and everything, but at the end of the day, do you think that you can? It's one thing to be cool with a bitch when that hoe go home every day. It's a totally different thing that when you gotta deal with a bitch and then she live with you too. Are y'all ready for that? So I would advise that they think about that thing a little bit more in depth. That's just what I say. Now, Deb at our office talking with her assistant about Brandon wanting to venture out on his own, and and how he don't realize how literally that's gonna be a 24/7 job. Everything the artists do will affect management. That would be him. And as she's talking, she gets this call from someone telling her that Jhonni Blaze is down there to the Blue Flame strip club, dropping it like it's hot, right? So she said she gonna handle it, and she hung up with that caller. Deb say Johnny can make a name for herself if she really want to. And then of course we TV showed us clips of articles from various news sources where Jhonni Blaze has been kind of like in the spotlight, and it's never been something positive. She's had dealings with Drake, she had dealings with Bow Wows and all that shit like that. She said she hoped Johnny had put this stuff behind her, but she going down there to the club herself and see what she got to say for herself at this point, because she not really liking her doing that. So the next scene takes us on over there to Bow Wow. He in the indoor basketball court over at the So Deaf Management, studios, and he in there with pimping somebody named Slim and a big yellow dude. And basically, Bow Wow don't want nobody to hear the new music yet. Not even JD. And although he knows eventually JD will have to hear it, he's still being childish and biting the hand that feeds him because he mad about that situation involving the So Deaf tour and his lack thereof of his pay he was due. Okay, so Shaniah comes to the gym and she brings her boyfriend. We meet Willie. Bow Wow wanted to meet him, so she brought him there and she left him there to talk with him a little while, so Bow could kind of feel him out. Now remember, Shania is like a little sister, so he asked some questions, but the thing about it was Willie was answering them honestly, even admitting that he done kissed her beyond her cheek, and that he don't like the fact that they do that GPS thing on one another. He also says that he will be going to Florida, where Shania apparently lives, after he finishes high school to further his education down there. And Bow Wow pleased about that. He said that he'd be checking in on him. Um, and long as he keep Lil Willie in his pants, he ain't gonna never have no problem with him. So it was a nice little meeting. It was like the sister bringing the boyfriend to meet the big brother. It was cute. They asked good questions. I was here for it. Now, Deb headed to the Blue Flame because she been told Johnny up there, dropping it like it's hot. And she's been calling her phone. She called back to the club, find out the reason why she ain't answering their phones, because she actually on stage right now. Deb says she warned Johnny. She was warned that Johnny is bad news, not to mess with her, and that she wasn't gonna go nowhere. She said she wanna know why Johnny got her looking crazy out here in these streets. So she heads to the club and she said she gonna ask Johnny to let that poll go, make a decision. Choose you today who you gonna serve, okay? So she walks in, she see Johnny up there, and she realizes, you know what? I become so involved with this girl, it feels like this is my daughter I'm watching up here, and this don't feel good. So she made her bring her ass down up off that stage. She get her out there, she tell her, let me tell you something. Nobody's gonna take you serious if they still gonna be able to associate you to this lifestyle. You told me you wanted to change, and here I am working with you to try to bring about that change. But you need to decide, honey, what you want to do. If you want to be on that pole, then be on that pole. But I can't fool with you with that, because see, it's not your reputation and your career you putting at risk when you playing these games. It's mine as well. And I don't work too hard for my shit for you to come along and just because you can't stop pop pussing, you gonna cause me problems, no ma'am. Now Johnny thing is the only reason why she at the club is because this the only way she know how to make money, and she gotta pay for her living. When Dale first met her, she was homeless, and then we get a little background on Jhonni Blaze. We learned that she was brought into stripping at 14 for money only. When Deb found her, she was homeless and she was on a lot of drugs. She almost died a couple of times. She's scared of that feeling of being homeless again. And Deb told her, "Girl, do you honestly think you're gonna be homeless again? It's other ways. The music gonna make you money, but you got other talents that can sustain you in the meantime, in between time. What you can't do is be out here popping pussy in the club for a real nigga and thinking that people in the music business is going to be able to take you seriously. No one's gonna take you seriously as long as they can still associate your ass with this damn type of shit right here. So it's decision time for you. Make a decision. Do you want this life in the strip club, or do you want to work on your music and take it seriously and go to the next level with her? And she walked off and left her there thinking and crying. Johnny calls Brandon and tells him that his mama came down to the Blue Flame and flamed her, and he's saying that this is not the combo she should be having with him. She needs to be having it with her manager. He's just her vocal coach. Her thing is, wait a minute, you like my brother. If not my brother, like a close friend. That's the way you've been treating me. And she feel like the moment I need you the most, you ain't got time for me because, child, he hung up in her face. So she says she gonna be dealing with his ass on the later date. But she got the hell on away from around that damn strip club. I'm with the bitch she did. Now Shaniah goes to see Ayana over at her house and they working on stuff for her clothing line. And Shaniah says she has to do a presentation for her dad as well. She would rather do a PowerPoint presentation opposed to the mood board, and Ayana wish it was the other way around. She want to be able to do a PowerPoint and say, "Damn the mood board, child." I see it opposite, totally opposite. She tells Shaniah that she has a consult with the doctor for her breast reduction and tells Shaniah Amy is not in support of it. Um, but she's serious about it. She also ain't told her daddy about it either. Then we see she tells Shaniah Brandon started his own record label, and Shaniah asks her, who his artist is yet. So she say, well, look, he planned on having a audition here in Atlanta soon, and everybody know Brandon. This might be a little bit more than Brandon expecting it, a little bit more than he ready for at this point, because everybody know Brandon not together with his emotion. Brandon tends to go snap, crackle, and pop. Okay, and they just hoping that everything goes smooth and that he find that group that he want to have, because that's who he wants to sign. He wants to sign a damn group. Shania says she thinks that it's crazy to do this without Miss Dale. They seem to know that he biting off more than he can chew, like I said. And at that moment, Brandon texted Ayana telling her that Dale found out Johnny was down to the strip club. Child, I said. Now let's go with Bow Wow house, because he or his mom's house, Miss Teresa. She won't know what's going on with his music, child. He joked and told her he had a new kid on the way, but he was just joking with her about that. You can tell Mama wasn't trying to hit that shit. Then she asked about the album. He said it's almost complete. She won't know, when can I hear it? He's saying, not right now. He ends up basically telling her that he not playing it for her because she like nasty. And Mama T said, that's all right, shit, I like nasty. And of course he like he don't want to know that. You know how your kids be. My kids the same damn way. They sit up here and they act like the stork or some type of immaculate conception happened as to how they got here. We like nasty too, baby. 40 plus is when you really know how to be a nasty bitch. But we also know how to conduct ourselves like a woman in the streets and a mother to you. So don't get it twisted. He don't really want her to hear the music, period, child. Then he winds up telling her that Jermaine is not really in, really a part of this, and he not certain that he want to be. Her thing is, Jermaine is like your father, he's family. How you gonna do a project without him? Bow Wow, I feel like when he had that conversation season one with Snoop Dogg, and Snoop Dogg was saying that we don't have to depend on these record companies so much so that we can't get our own product out because social media has been wonders. It has really eliminated the need as much for us to have our stuff being promoted through a record company because we can promote our own self. And he's saying that his style of music is totally different than the normal style of music that he normally do. He said Jermaine got his own signature sound. He don't want that signature sound. So his new music is nothing like what he's gonna be bringing out next. And he used the analogy of Lil Wayne, how old Wayne sounded one way, new Wayne sounds are totally different, and that's what he claimed like he doing. And that would be cool if you was going about it the right way. I think the fact that you working behind this man's back, what you talking about you and Pimpin's chemistry is so dope. Did you forget that Pimpin was sent by way of Jermaine to help you get this music together? He didn't just leave you and go to LA and work with Usher. He left you with somebody he knew that you could make magic with. And I think that considering everything that he's done for you, you should at least not try to cut him out or anything, because at the end of the day you're gonna need Jermaine. If it's an issue with you as far as that payment thing, I just don't understand what that's all about, because why y'all can't sit down and have a conversation and he explain to you what it is, what went down with the money. This sounds like some bullshit to me. You can't, y'all been together ever since you was a little bitty boy. This the same man that pretty much raised you and groomed you in the business. You mean tell me you can't have a conversation with him about how you feeling? Boy, please, this is just a storyline, child. Because I don't think you that damn stupid. Anyway, Brandon having an audition for an act to sign to his new label. The first few people he auditioned was like a child. It was a mess. It wasn't nobody. Then this guy group comes and they can sing and he pleads. So I think he gonna try to move forward with them, because remember he want to get him a boy. He want a group anyway. He don't want to work with a solo audience. Okay. Ayana go to see her dad DJ Hurricane because she need money for her line and to talk to him about her breast reduction. He knew she wanted something. She walked in the door with that "come give me a hug" shit. Don't we know when they be trying to sucker us up? Try they do the same thing. Mine's do. First she hit him with she need more money. She explains that she needs to get her photo shoot together, so her sample pieces have to be done quicker, and that's gonna cost. She also told him about he told us she the type, this is my daughter all the way. My eldest age baby will have a purse full of money saying she ain't got no damn money. Why they do that? But as I look back, I can't really get mad because I used to do it too. So I guess the apple don't fall far from that tree. Anyway, child. Uh, she let him know. Also, she hit him with the breast reduction thing. He said that she mentioned it, but he ignored that shit because he didn't think she was serious. She wants him to support her and pay for it. He said it's emotional stuff, thinking on her going under, because he know people who went under and didn't come out. And he even told us about a friend of his who went in for a simple procedure, went under anesthesia and never came out. And that is his concern for his child. She tell him she in pain all the time and she need them girls reduced some, and she's going to do that. She gonna have her consultation. He told her, well, you go have your consultation, then come back and give me the information and we'll discuss the situation. I said, that's it, baby. She ain't no had no choice but to agree to that. Brandon working with Johnny. Well, he was working and Johnny texted him and she came down. She was looking for him. When she get there, she immediately asked him why he hung up on her, and he said that let's start off cordial. And he asked how she was doing. She said, I ain't doing all right at all. She starts going off about she needed him and he wasn't there. See, to him, this is not, he only her vocal coach. According to him, he planned to tell Deb and her that all he planned on doing was vocal coaching, when you ain't told your mama that yet. Okay. She said he made her feel like family. Now he didn't even come through when she needed him, and she going on and not letting him get a word in edgewise. So he had to stop her. He told her to she come to his session, interrupting, talking all crazy at him, just like Kill Bill, bitch. If y'all saw that outfit she did, I hollered. I said, "Little boy got a funny to him." Okay. And he kept explaining to her, this ain't no conversation that you have with your vocal coach. It's one for your manager, basically. He said that he don't agree with Deb coming down to Johnny's job and giving her an ultimatum, but he feels that you know, Johnny is better than that strip club. He said that he's not overstepping his boundaries anymore when it comes to his mama and what she do. He not doing that. He tells her that she's talented and he can always he gonna be there for her, but she needs to start leaning more toward Miss Dale. And he also told her the same thing Deb told her. Nobody in this business is gonna take you serious as long as you being associated with stripping. He tells her that she needs to take accountability, and he asked her is she planning on dancing anymore, and she said his mama told her no, so she gonna have to figure out she gonna be able to pay her bills, but no, she gonna let the pole go, and I hope so. Now over the day she talking with the Brad about going to see Johnny at the strip club, and making her come off that stage and seeing her up there was not a pleasant experience because she becomes emotionally attached to these people, and this is Brad thing, and I got it. Okay, she did that. What's the drawback of her doing that? What was it that she has to endure for doing that that's going to make her know going forward she don't need to pull that again? Basically, Deb, you let them do a lot and they don't ever have a consequence. You just fuss a little bit and then they take it and they go back and they do the same thing. Same thing with Brandon, because she mentioned that Brandon had got a call from Johnny that night and he basically hung up on her. Brad thing is Brandon little money that he making right now, he made by way of you. What consequences do he have to suffer when he acts a fool? And really none. It made Deb start thinking, you know what? She got a point. I have to put my foot down when it comes to my artist and when it comes to my son. You can't just walk all over me and I give you second chance after second chance, work with you, and you continuously doing the same shit. And it went off with her thinking about that. And I hope that she does that. Because Brandon do need to learn that even though you trying to distance yourself from her, you ain't distancing yourself too damn much, because it's her money from her artist that she pay you to train them vocally that's keeping your money in your pocket. And to the artist, if you don't want to do what you're supposed to do, Johnny, you want to keep jumping on that pole and not realizing that you are a force to be reckoned with. You coming from a situation where you can get to the next level, but you got to believe in yourself and you got to take this seriously. You got to live, eat, and breathe this business. And in the meantime, in between time, you can find other ways that will help you make money. But at the end of the day, what I got, I ain't gonna let you be on them damn streets. And if she didn't understand that, then bitch, send her back to Love and Hip Hop so she can play games over there. Cause right here, it seems like this is her golden opportunity. I don't seen that Deb do be getting people out there. I follows her ass on IG. She do be doing her due diligence, but I wouldn't let these people run all over me, my son or my artist. Everybody will understand that I didn't get here by playing games. Deb, I need you to tap into that gangster that lives inside of you, mama, and stop get a grip on everybody. But that was pretty much what happened on Thursday night's episode of Growing Up Hip Hop ATL. If I left anything out you feel is pertinent, put it down in the panel section and we'll discuss it. Now I'm finna get on up out of here because I got a couple more videos to make. Y'all remember, the depth of your struggle will determine the height of your success. In the meantime, in between time, please remember to rate, comment, subscribe, and share this video wherever it is you share videos. And I'll see you guys back for the next video. Peace.